Heyo! There we go. Now you can welcome to the stream. I don't know who you're welcoming to the stream, but today we're doing something kind of crazy. I'm going to speedrun franchise mode, which is a sentence no one has ever said. We're going to start in the worst starting location. What does this mean? Well, when you go to a starting location, you got a couple options. You've got the 50k option with 150,000 research points. You'll always get like a kind of negative side effect. Here it says guests will be easy to please but never turn up in high numbers. Here it says you got 200,000 currency, but guests want food all the time but won't spend as much on rides, which is not actually a downside when you think about it. So this is the one that's the hardest. Minimal starting resources and demanding guests make this a real challenge, but the heights of success have never been higher, and you only start with 50k and no research. I guess the kind of idea we're going for here is we're going to plop down a mechanic workshop as quickly as possible, and we're going to put down 2 flat rides to get the advertising bonus for that. And then we want a small pool and 2 of the short slides leading right into them to get the water slide bonus. And then we can work on coasters, and we need to spam coasters. That's where we're going to be getting the majority of our money. Now, I already have a bunch of blueprints that I've made throughout my efforts in campaign and otherwise, and I probably will need to use some of the research we're getting on unlocking coasters that I have made blueprints for. This is a brand new franchise. I wanted to ensure that I could start anywhere I wanted. The update just came out today. Frontier also decided to nerf all of the family rides and the rides with low capacity. So now you have very little reason to actually put low capacity rides in your park, which I suppose from a realistic standpoint sort of makes sense. Speedrun. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I've been going for 35 minutes and I'm 10k in the hole. I don't think the original strategies work anymore. They fundamentally changed how scenery works. I'm making an amendment for the purposes of the challenge. Obviously, this is not working. I thought it might have been possible because the rides break down now. Between that and other major issues. Also, for some reason, this ride is not getting 100% for its bonus. It's a game difficulty multiplier. If I can't get my scenery bonus up without other useful pieces, then park kind of just falls flat on its face, which I think it does. I am going to give it another try, but it's going to have to be from the start, and I'm not going to reset the timer. It can't be established, so there's no point, actually. Let's delete and remake it. I didn't think the scenery changes would be that substantial, but it seems like they are. You can't just do what I used to. Maybe Frontier did that on purpose. Well, we're going to do the thing to airdrop again. Also, it would not stop snowing. Also, I think I'm going to do a long line this time, and then I'll put a park entrance on the other side too, but not yet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Y'all come over here. Or at least move everything from the back closer to the front. Rocks are still probably a significant they're a significant source of scenery score compared to trees. So I should be actively deforesting everything. And stick it there. Scenery bonus counts for a lot of a ride's prestige. The more boulders, the better. And then I want to place another flat ride directly next to it so that it can overlap with some of the bonus. Let's pop down the staff room here. Probably janitor. And a second ride attendant. And also a mechanic. We'll make sure those people don't go wandering off in the distance again. Seems like everyone in the park wanted to go on this ride, which is a good sign. How do I reduce the lightning strike risk? That's what I'm asking. Also, this is like a snowy park. That doesn't really make sense. Maybe the game still considers it to be something that can happen though. It's attraction prestige that I'm currently hindered by. If I keep this up, eventually it'll get to 100%. Let's look at the animated features finally. Oh, scenery score shows up in the menu now. This is 1250. I can just deactivate it. That was a large jump. 86. This is it. You still have to place animated elements, which is sad. I don't want to have to do this. Okay. That's ride 1. Unique attractions is next. Borrow some of the scenery. Come through here. 3, 3, 4, 4, 3. Am I making money yet? Not really. But I'm about to have a second attraction. So that will help. And then I can do the pool thing. Going to place the rings of hope. Yeah. Now animated elements are more broken than before. It's here, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Also, it seems like the scenery bonus doesn't actually count for nearly as much. It's a max of 29% here. I wonder if that has something to do with the game mode I'm trying to play. What's next? Unique attractions again. We'll just do the thing with slides and a pool. Wait, this is a blueprint, isn't it? I have to construct my own. They need power, they need entrance. That's fine. Guest services building. I need a lifeguard. I need a water filter. Just put a chair here. And I'll hire a bonus lifeguard for when the first one goes off duty. I'm gonna add some chairs. I'll add in a toilet. Here. Food. I don't need more than one. But I think Viva La Vegan is generally okay. A drink counter. Probably Gulpy Soda if it's here. Yeah, here it is. Now I need some bins around. Let's hire a bonus mechanic. Now it's scenery again. You know what time it is. The rings of power. How are these doing? 11 and 11 respectively. Could always just stack them like this. That also helps the pool. Yeah, there we go. Pool has 100%. Probably just need to fill out my heap map a little bit better. Just need to bring it up more. Could I do this? And would it help? I usually do this in campaign parks. The answer is yes. Now it's attraction prestige. I think I fix it by putting down a coaster that's good. Or just swipe go. This is a better place for it. Snow is coming. We'll open you up. My janitor is needing some help, so they shall get it. Lots of people this time, which is good. Pool heaters. Here they are. It's back to scenery. Back to spamming, you mean? This will help with attraction prestige as well. Once this comes back into the station, it'll update. There's the 100. The scenery bonus seems different for every ride. I'm not quite sure why. I'll need to do a deeper dive later. I am at least making money now. I think I have enough people in the park for this too. Back to scenery again. I probably should wait for money after this. Yeah, I don't have enough for it, which is okay. I can pop down mini twist now. And since I'm kind of expanding this direction anyway, thinking here is fine. Get you tested. Opened. No loans this time. Seems to have gone much better. I need a changing room. Pool doesn't do much if people can't get in the pool. My scenery bonus is 100 for all of this stuff. Now I need more scenery rating too. This line is actually kind of pulling through, so I'll set it to dynamic now. I want as many guests to be on rides as possible. This can be dynamic. Now I'm just sitting around waiting for funds to kind of come through so I can do more stuff. Basically the equivalent of just clustering really high prestige items or high scenery score items around the park like this so that scenery rating can go up higher. I have to get coaster ridership in order, which is the biggest trouble, I think. I'm gonna close the pool actually. Now it's gonna be unique attractions I need. I need enough for my next coaster, which is called Double Knot. You know what? All of this is so worthless. I can just delete all of this other stuff out in the distance because it doesn't provide enough scenery score to merit still existing. And I already have enough. I've said this multiple times around different streams and such, but I firmly believe Planet Coaster 2 is the better sandbox game and Planet Coaster 1 is the better management game. And with this update, Frontier is taking a swing at the management aspect. But so far, I have mixed feelings about it. Though, a speed run is probably not a very good indication of what it would be like, you know, in practicality, not just, hey, I want to do a thing in an update that I'm not familiar with. Sounds like a good idea. It was not, in fact, a good idea. So I'll need some time to think about it some more. Okay, I think the park is now big enough to merit putting more of these around. I'll copy some coaches over too, which is a thing you can do, by the way. Important to know that. I don't think I can franchise yet because I'm just now at 2 reputation. There we go. Now I can. Let's see what it's on the leaderboard, and then I'll go back once I simulate a full day. Is this already silver? No. Okay. Let's keep going then. I want this to be dynamic because I foresee it potentially being a problem. Also, I think people will be complaining about benches soon. So let's figure that out. I need a coaster next. It's going to be speed steel. Should be a good coaster experience here. There we go. It's scuffed, but let me cook. I have the benefit of having played through most of the game's content already, so that's kind of helping me by way of the fact that I made all these coasters beforehand. I didn't have to make them for this challenge. They're just here. I appreciate that I can use them whenever I want to. Though I need to keep making more of them because I have not gotten anywhere close to the amount that I need for me to be comfortable. I need some more vendors. Probably use some drink stalls over in this corner too. Probably chief beef counter here too. I would like to copy the guest services counter. This will provide people with umbrellas if they need them. It has been raining. This is going to pool, so I'm going to set this to dynamic. Time to increase the heat lamp capacity. This is starting to get a bit of a line. We'll set it to dynamic. Scenery rating is next again. You know what that means. It's more item spam time. Okay, unique attractions again. More money time. I'm just going to procedurally delete all the trees I see, as long as they're in the park. The rocks also give a lot of money. And we'll put it by the pool because who cares? Generate me points, please. I want coasters. I do not want rides to break down. Well, a mechanic is on break, so I'm going to hire a couple extra. The big struggle is that I'm placing down rides that should have 1,000 prestige, but it just doesn't match up the same way it used to. I can delete some trees in the meantime. I don't need all these. All I need are the rings of power. Nature only. Yeah, there we go. Got 30. I'm gonna get another vendor, another janitor. I should have another toilet as well. Somewhere here. And I have enough money for the coaster now, which is Twister. I think there's a priority queue here, but I'm not going to be using it. Priority queue dumb. Well, this is a good prestige, but I would expect it to be higher. What does it truly mean for something to be classic? That scenery rating again. My park rep is pretty high though, which means that guests are enjoying it. Let's fill in these gaps. I think we're gonna branch out this way, set up here, add another park entrance and coach, and then probably another one down the way here. Because I want guests to be able to enter and leave the park as they want to, so that more guests can come through. I'm gonna add another changing room. 1,000 guests. It's a good sign. Actually making progress this time. Everything is needing cleaning though. Tells me I don't have enough janitors yet. I'm making money. People can get out of the pool. You go for the slides. You do not stay. You go on the coasters. That's what the whole thing is about. Next up, I have Tremor in the works. I don't think I want to place this. Oh, never mind. It's got opposite side loading. I need 30k for it though. So I'll be chilling here for a second. Also, I can fire all of my lifeguards. The pool is just a drop off for people using the slide. And I want to set this all to premium so that it disincentivizes guests to use it. Oh, I can put in a water coaster in my snow park. Sure, I'll do that. What could possibly go wrong? I could take out a loan, but I don't think it would be a good idea. Are the janitors ignoring cleaning bathrooms? Or do I need to hire more janitors than this? Where are you going? Stop. There is nothing there. Wandering is okay, but not that direction. Set premium. That ride is way too popular. But it looks like my advertising is coming through now. I changed the pricing and now no one will ride it. Got it. I guess it'll be dynamic again. Can't find an available staff building. Let's build one closer. I'm just not getting enough money quick enough. It used to be easier. Oh, I have a 15k I can place. I built this really compact design for a different park. In fact, some of the best coaster designs I've ever made are from when I had limitations on how much I could expand it. So that's a good way of going about it if you are trying to rack your brain about how to make a cool looking coaster. I'll put a latte love here. Sushi's good though. Could use some bins around the place. For some reason, guests will hang on to their garbage and like release the garbage once they exit a ride. You just saw what happened there. I placed a can and a guest immediately threw in a piece of garbage to it. Like, bro, find a can before you go on the ride or something. I have some coasters that I built that are locked behind some research. I think while I wait, I'm gonna connect up all of this so it's on the same grid. So I'll probably be running up against the limit pretty soon here. At least I have some cheaper blueprints now. Speaking of, if I set this to dynamic, I think it'll help. Set the max queue to 3 minutes. I don't normally touch that function, but I don't want people to be standing in line forever. I want them to be riding the rides. Also, I'm happy setting this to premium. On purpose. Same with you. Because I do not want guests to go on the flat rides or these pieces. I want them to go on roller coasters. We can go check our progress. Arguably, I'm wasting time here, but I want to see how much progress I've made. 31 is much better. That looks like a silver. It is. Cool. Huge reminder to anyone that has a franchise park and is looking to get rewards, you have to submit it again because the update came out and it broke everything. Blame Frontier. I'm sorry it happened to you if you were worried about that. I only know because I just happened to look and none of my 4 parks that I had uploaded ended up going through. I would really recommend doing that if you haven't already. Otherwise, if you're one of the people that just likes to build and have fun with friends, good for you. You must live a very stress-free life. When it finally comes down to it, I'm going to charge for entry and then take all the prices off all the rides and such, because that's what's going to get me the last little bit to 5-star. Oh, I have 18k. I can place this now. It shall go here. Test it. It's got a really high capacity. Make sure you have connection. Then I'll open you. And while guests queue up for it, I can build out the exit path. Oh, people love it, man. That's a good sign. Let's get these going through the station faster. Set max wait 25 seconds, minimum wait 15. That way, no coaster cars will be waiting. This is actually the most loaded I've seen this ride because its throughput is crazy. Janitors not doing their jobs again. Time to hire some more. Let's add an 8 headed out this way. Entrance and coach. It's the 21k from Water Whip. Are you dynamic already? Yes. Reduce your max queue to 5. Reduce this a little bit. Yeah, basically this whole challenge is just min-maxing. I could make some more money from souvenirs probably. Maybe I will. And within seconds, there are already tons of people waiting. And it's right in between like the main thoroughfare of the park. It'll change once more stuff comes over here though. Everything's in the green. Good to see. Balloons. Instant sale. I would like to place this. It's a bit of a chonker though. This just seems better though. All my money went away. I think a mechanic had to fix a ride. There it is. Open. And we'll see if the bargain price does anything for it. Let's set it to dynamic to make sure the line's fine over time. Oh, I think this slots nicely here. What's the lowest that it goes? It's here. And I need to stay here for a while I let money pool in. There's not really a faster way to do this, sadly. I could put more gift shops around, but even having put 3 has helped a lot. I think what they did in this update is they made rides randomly break down, which I'm pretty sure the community was staunchly against. The fact that it costs money to fix is insane. The amount of money it costs to fix is even more insane. The fact that we can't just set inspections seems a little problematic to me. There it is, baby. This is the exit path, and then this is a staff path. I need some power. I had 3K not a second ago. What will it take for my rides to not break down? Not using the swimming pool game. Chill out. I have points to spend. I'm gonna tick down the ride time length. And for you too. Let's raise this a little bit. Let's go 25, 15. That's like my go-to numbers. Let's get some more vendors around. And then probably some more mechanics, because I don't know if rides are breaking because they're not getting to them in time. People are queued out the wazoo for Coral Crusher. Can't just have these people in line all the time. This is a delightfully compact ride that I made a while back. Snow time, which means I should probably figure out these heat lamps first. Don't want my guests to desire leaving the park. I just need a power generator for now. Let's fix this now. Oh, people are clogging here. Let's move you to the other side. I'm gonna replace this power generator as soon as I can. Although the large solar panels are more valuable long-term, I need something now. And I can't really afford to wait for 40K to come through. Oh, there's a weather penalty. Oh, it's because it's dark. They generate power anyway, though. Okay, this clearly needs to be dynamic pricing now. The mechanic just spent 5K fixing something, and it broke down again. Clearly, maybe I need more mechanics. If they can save me thousands of dollars on breakdowns, then I'll be very happy. But if breakdowns are also randomly happening, that's a really bad sign. A chunk of money now. I can start thinking about the next coaster I want to put down. To wait 5 to 7 business days to get enough money to place anything in this mode. Mechanics are refurbishing things while I'm trying to build, because of course they are. Full disclosure, making this a mechanic does not actually make this more challenging. It doesn't really make it more involved. It just makes it annoying. The fact that suddenly I can lose $5,000 because my mechanics are constantly refurbishing things, it's not fun. Not in my opinion anyway. I would have had this done a long time ago. I can't even finish this path because it requires landscaping, and that costs $0.01. And I just have to sit here and take it. I'm making plenty of money. It's just the rides randomly breaking down means that mechanics are spending all of the money that I have, or even the money I don't have, on fixing it. Finally, I can do stuff. Alrighty, you open up. Scenery is back on the menu. It's time for donut spam. Well, now this ride has a huge long line, and I'm going to tick this down, because boy does it fill up quick. It's looking like at this pace I might be able to actually make it though. I just need to be careful about how I place the park entrances. Also, guests are thirsty. Hip shot. And I'm gonna tick down the time on this ride as the line's filling up quite a bit. Trying to keep all of my coasters balanced so that there's not a huge long line and guests are spending more times on coasters than they are in queue. If there's not a healthy line, everything goes to bargain. How many more rides do I need? I need 9 more coasters in order to finish out the rest of this. Are these rides considered old yet? What's the aging on them? Yeah, they're aging, which means this is the old appeal. I'm fine with guests not using the flat rides as much. They were good for money in the start, but now I'm getting all that money from coasters. And it'll go under the track of the other one. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to build out the other coach. Perfect. And now guests have a way into this side of the park and a way out from that side of the park as well. And I'll get the solar panels. It's not getting enough power. I need to place the solar panels ASAP. Almost there. Perfect. Let's connect the paths and open her up. We're getting our first newcomers from this side. Pizza pens, good. Slush hour right here. I think a gift shop is probably a good idea. I don't see enough people with balloons, so let's get another one going. Should need another staff facility around here. And I'm gonna put one at the crossroads as well. More janitors is probably good. And then I'll add a couple mechanics. Though I should definitely add another toilet over here. Now I have 3 entrances to the park for guests that want to leave, and others for guests that don't. No one is riding this, and that's okay. It can stay a lost leader because it is generating guests which are riding the coasters, which I need for the challenge. I'm unlocking some more. Looks like I'll need to place down another generator later too. 3K guests. We're halfway to 6. Problem is power. I think regular solar panels are fine. I just need the 10K to afford them. There we go. Alright, there it is. Okay, that will update later. And its bargain price will also update later too. The Forge. I like this one. I recently made it. Not after I learned the cool ways of making coasters a lot smoother though. I even have paths for it. So fancy. I think we're gonna make it. It's gonna be close, and I need to simulate a whole day before I can actually get the rankings I need. So I want to get done as quickly as possible. Probably gonna be pretty close to the top of the leaderboard. It'll either be gold or it'll be platinum. Weird that even coasters were hit with this prestige penalty. I don't know what they changed. And I think I did optimize it for this particular franchise. This could use refurbishment. 13 power is enough to worry about. I can put another small coaster in the middle if I have enough space. Time for more donut spam. Donut. I need to wait for it to do the full circuit so that it gets the prestige it should get. There it is. Now I place more benches and stuff. See how many people queue for this. It's usually pretty low throughput, so I'm gonna set it to dynamic. I research. There we go, 4.3. And it's scenery again. Do I have money? I do. Oh, here it is, Towerfall. I really like this ride that I made for one of my parks. It's not a chain lift, but it's a lift tower of sorts. And it does a full circuit, and then it goes back up and back a little bit into the station. And it's not nearly as expensive as the other stuff. Once I get all this set up, I need another coach and park entrance over here. I'll probably need to add some more stalls in a bit. Let's check up on my generators. Yes. Refurbish that, please. Let's tick this down a little bit. I'm just trying to cram this in so I can save on space later. Okay. I did make $480,000, but most of it went to probably maintenance. This needs more donuts. My game's starting to get confused in ways I have not seen it before, and I think it's related to the update. Can I unlock anything more? Yes, I can. I might need to finish building during this day, and then simulate another day afterward. Okay, there's the path. 4.7. I only need 2 more attractions. Actually, I'm gonna put this here instead. And then we'll get some benches and stuff. Stalls. Get it all sorted out. We are notably getting pretty far up there. We're close to the 5-star park rating. Let's put a bathroom here. And then a second toilet here. So I have priority queue on this coaster, but that was before I guess took it more seriously, that it was a problem and saw it actually having problems on this coaster. I should be testing this while I do this. I don't have enough machine power for this, but I need to leave my game on 3x speed. Even though I'm basically paying outright for power, I would rather do this than deal with the hassle of all of my generators losing their function over time. This is ready to go. I think it needs some more donuts. One more attraction, and then I need to pay attention to what guests are doing. Park rep is the next thing on the menu, actually. I think I add another set here and maybe also a restroom. Hip shot go here. I think another Viva La Vegan counter usually works for people. Please stop fixing things. Let me place it. You can fix everything afterward. And we'll find out how much money I get from a single day afterward too. Although I'm going to change my monetization model to entry instead of in-park payments. I might close and reopen the park if that's the case though. Which is a way to actually cheese getting tons of money at once. Game plan is to place this down, get the paths hooked up, get it opened, close the park, flush everyone out, and then charge for entry instead of per ride. And then I let day 7 simulate. 41967? Yeah. There it is. Get tested. I really want to finish this. Please don't delay me for 4 minutes. Open her up. Spam donuts. People thirsty. Also, dirty toilets. Let's hire another fleet. I got 2 minutes to do all this. Time for park entry to be full price. And does this adjust everything else? We'll make sure everything is correct. Actually, I'll close the park while I do this. And then I'll open it just before all the time's gone. Gosh, this is butting right up against the end of time. Can I blame lag if I don't make it? I have 1 minute. That's dynamic. All the dynamic pricing needs to be manually changed. Get tons of mechanics to make sure all of them are staffed up. More ride attendants so that I have good coverage. Then I open. And I wait another day. Not touching this again. That's the 4 hours. Let's wait a little bit and see what it ends up being. I guess helps to see what guests want, etc. Yeah. I haven't been looking at it super closely because it's been more important to place coasters for a while, but the last little bit is basically tailoring all of your guest needs, which is a huge pain in the butt, actually. 5-star! Let's go! End of day 6. It's beautiful. All right. Day 6 ended. Franchising. And let's have a look. Number 2. Hey, I'll take it. I actually knocked out my other park from the leaderboard. That's funny. Cool. We did it. And I didn't even simulate the other day. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you for dropping by the stream and staying for as long as you did if you have been. Have a lovely rest of your day.